MLB playoffs are set, and you guys are about to find out which team I have winning the World Series. Stay tuned. You're watching SlumpTV on Sports Fan Entertainment.
Diamonds in my chain go up. Okay. Every 20 minutes change clothes. I had a meal before the label. Just as long as they know.
What is up, guys? SlumpTV here, bringing you guys my MLB Playoff Predictions. And before I start the video off, I want to give a huge shout out to MJ for allowing me to come on. But yeah, with that being said, I see 7 teams in the playoffs having a chance at the World Series. I can already cross 3 out right away. I'll tell you guys which teams they are as we get on. To start it off with talking about the wildcard teams, we have the San Francisco Giants and New York Mets on the NL side of things. The Giants will travel out to New York for a one elimination game, which is terrible. I think the MLB should make the wildcard round at least a best of 3, man. It makes no sense just having a one-game elimination. I hate it so much, considering my team already had to do that in 2014. And then we also have the Baltimore Orioles traveling out to Toronto to play the Blue Jays on the AL side of things. I have the San Francisco Giants winning against the Mets. The Mets haven't looked too good this season. The Giants have looked bad at some parts, like in the second half of the season. They were the best team in the first half, and then when it came to the second half, they just blew out every single lead they had. The bullpen sucked badly, alright? But they finally got rid of Casillas. He's no longer the closer, as it seems. So I have the Giants winning this one. On the AL side of things, surprisingly, I have again the away team winning. I have the Baltimore Orioles winning this one. Toronto had a chance to make it far in the playoffs last season, but they messed up, and I don't think they'll succeed this year either. That is one team that will have a 0% chance of winning the World Series. I don't see them winning. So I have the San Francisco Giants and the Baltimore Orioles making it out of the wild card round and headed into the divisional round. The series in the divisional round are 5 games, okay, apiece. I have on the NL bracket the San Francisco Giants versus the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are the only team to win 100 games this season, and I'm not too afraid of that. And then we got the Washington Nationals versus the LA Dodgers. That series will be not even close. I think it'll be a blowout right from the get-go. You'll see an immediate winner right after Game 1. And then on the AL, we have the Cleveland Indians versus the Boston Red Sox. I don't think many people expected this Cleveland Indians team to make the playoffs, let alone win their division. You can say that I'm being biased here, but no, I'm not. I have the San Francisco Giants beating the Chicago Cubs in Game 5. I see this coming down to the wire, and I see the Giants pulling it out. It's the even year, alright? You gotta believe in the even year. You always have to. And then the other NL matchup is the Washington Nationals versus the LA Dodgers. I don't think this is going to be a close series. The Nationals are a much more dominant team, and the LA Dodgers are coming off 2 sweeps to end their season. They looked terrible in the playoffs last year, and I think they'll look terrible yet again. I have to go with the Nationals here. And in the AL, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Cleveland Indians. As much as I want to pick the Indians, I'm going to have to go with the scariest team in the playoffs, the Boston Red Sox. This is Big Poppy's last season, alright? There's no way this team is going to be kicked out of the playoffs in round 1. I have the Boston Red Sox beating this team in also Game 4. 2-3-1 series so far. And then the last one, we got the Texas Rangers and the Baltimore Orioles. I got Texas in Game 5. I don't know why. I just think that this team has a better leadership and everything. This team is built perfectly. They will compete this playoff. They will make it to the ALCS. Best believe that. So yeah, that means the American League Championship Series will consist of the Texas Rangers and the Boston Red Sox. Both teams usually always in the playoffs. Like, there's very seasons where you can find them in the playoffs. The Boston Red Sox have won the championship back in 2013. Will they make the World Series yet again and compete for another title? We'll find out this year. I'll be making recaps for each round on this channel as well. Stay tuned for that. I truly have to go with Boston here. I mean, the talent on this roster is incredible. You got guys like Mookie Betts, who came out of nowhere, Dustin Pedroia, Holtz. Like, this team is loaded, alright? The worst part about this team is their pitching, and their pitching is pretty good. Texas Rangers have a great offense. I don't trust their pitching staff in this series. I think the Boston is going to win this series with the game total of 4-2. I have this series going down to Game 6 and the Boston Red Sox ultimately taking it. Now in the NLCS, we have the San Francisco Giants versus the Washington Nationals. The Washington Nationals defense is scary. Their offense is equally as scary. But the key factor for this team is their pitching staff. Can they come out and shut the Giants out every single night? No, they cannot. Okay, the Giants have been playing phenomenal ball in the past 2 weeks. I can't see how they'll shut down the Giants' offense. If Bruce Bochy decides to put in Casillas to close at any point, might as well kiss this series goodbye for the Giants, man. There's no way they're going to win this series if they keep putting Casillas out. If they continue to have Sergio Romo close, then I think it's going to be Giants in 7. But that's the key factor. And by the way, do you guys realize how in 2010 Tim Lincecum was the star pitcher for the Giants, and in 2012 was Matt Cain, 2014 was Madison Bumgarner? Yes, Bumgarner has played phenomenal this season. But this is a playoff we're talking about. A new pitcher has to emerge, and that pitcher will be Johnny Cueto. Johnny Cueto has pitched phenomenal this season. He will do it in the postseason. You best believe that. The Giants will have that nasty 1-2 punch with Madison Bumgarner and Johnny Cueto, as well as Matt Moore coming in some games. Like this pitching staff will be great as long as the bullpen doesn't mess it up for us. So yeah, guys, in the World Series, I have the Boston Red Sox fighting for Big Papi and trying to get him yet another ring before he retires. And the San Francisco Giants, the even year Giants, the team that has not lost in the past 6 years when it comes to even years. So yeah, let's get on to my prediction. I have this series ending in Game 6. Actually, I have the Giants winning in 6. You can go either way though. The Boston Red Sox team, these are the two teams that have the highest percentage chance of making the World Series and winning it. I don't see how another team win it. If it's not the Giants, it will be the Boston Red Sox. This is the playoffs we're talking about. The most unpredictable sport of all time is baseball, alright? I love football more than baseball, but football, something like the Patriots will obviously beat teams like the Chiefs in the playoffs. However, in baseball, you got random teams coming out of nowhere and winning. Like, let's say the Royals 2 years ago. Did anybody expect them to make the World Series? No, they made the World Series. They lost in Game 7. And what did they do the following year? They made it and won it, alright? Those type of teams, and they're not even in it this year. Like, baseball is so unpredictable. You don't know which teams are going to be good. And I have the Giants winning it in 6. I think the Boston Red Sox bats will fall asleep in the late stretch of the series, and I have the Giants ultimately pulling it out. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Sports Fan Entertainment Review, as well as check out SlumpTV. I think MJ will put the link in the description. But yeah, guys, you've been watching SlumpTV on SFE. Peace out.
Myself.